All right, so we're going to be doing a tour of Parrot Cove and all the properties over here in this area. And we're going to be doing a driving tour of the area so you can get a look of what it's like here in Parrot Cove. So right now we were just on South Palmway. We're about to cross Lucerne Avenue, and we're heading into North Palmway. All right, so we got a church right here on the right hand side. This is the historic district. This is one of the more sought after neighborhoods in all of Lake Worth. Parrot Cove has some of the higher end properties. Properties over here are extremely well taken care of, as this is one of the more sought after neighborhoods in Lake Worth. You're going to have a lot of updated properties here. You're going to run into some of the cottages throughout this neighborhood. The cottages in Lake Worth, there's over 100 of them, and you can even get the book, which I should be showing on screen right now. You can actually order this book. Check out the description for a link to the book. But these are the properties that you're going to see. Now, structurally and architecturally, you're going to see a bunch of different styles of homes over here in Parrot Cove. And it got its name because there is this group of parrots that fly around South Florida. They're bright green. I've seen them a couple of times down here. They are awesome. So they fly around here, and they made Parrot Cove their home for a little bit, and so they got the name, Parrot Cove. A lot of the homes in Lake Worth are not stucco, they are wood-sided. And there are quite a few positives and negatives to having a wood-sided home in Florida. Obviously, termites are a giant issue and concern, being in such a warm and humid climate. But this neighborhood is just awesome. And again, we're on Palmway. We're just crossing over 8th Avenue North. And in Lake Worth, it's all a grid. It's all really straight. It's all a grid. It's very easy to get around. One of the biggest drawbacks of being in Lake Worth is the one-ways. The one-ways will drive you crazy down here. And oftentimes you gotta seriously look both ways before you go, because people will just hit you. Let me slow down and make sure we can actually see some of these houses. This is a really active community too. You're gonna see a lot of people bike riding, a lot of dog walkers, especially early in the morning. I'm filming this close to 10 o'clock in the morning. You can see it's beautiful down here. The skies are always that color. It's literally living in paradise. Another fun fact about Lake Worth, but this is where the tropics begin. Literally, that's not just a slogan. This is where the tropics actually begin in all of South Florida. And that's south of West Palm Beach. One thing also you'll notice about this neighborhood is the roads are relatively well taken care of, where if you go to the south side, the roads are bumpy, there's potholes, there's not a lot of love. And I'm looking at you, City of Lake Worth. It'd be nice for some of us to get better roads down here. Now, Parrot Cove runs all the way from Lucerne Avenue north to North 13th Avenue, or 13th Avenue North. So we're about to hit the stop sign. This is 13th Avenue. This is the end of Parrot Cove. We're gonna make a right, and we're gonna go down the next one, which is North Lakeside. I'm actually going to switch my camera over to the other side because This is on the North Lakeside. I want to show you why North Lakeside is special. We got the camera switched to the other side. So what's special about, I want to stop here for a second, is this is North Lakeside. Over here is the Lake Worth Municipal Golf Course. Now what's special about this place over here is normally to be on a golf course, you have some pretty heavy, extensive HOA fees, right? Well, over here if you buy, you can get on the golf course with no HOA fees, which is kind of awesome. Then it has a little cut on 12th, and we're gonna, should I go down that way? No, let's go down this way first. Now, the golf course dips away at that point and goes to another street, which we'll be driving down here shortly. This street right here is North Lakeside Drive. And the closer you get to the golf course, which is only this street and one more street, but the closer you get to the golf course, obviously the more expensive the homes are. Each street going west to east is about $10,000 to $15,000 per street additional for the house. Now that's a really rough number, but just keep it in mind. The closer you get to the golf course, the closer you are to the intracoastal, the higher your price points. And obviously, the nicer the homes. Now, one of the characteristics that a lot of the homes down here are doing when they do remodels is they're not remodeling the bathrooms. So sometimes when you look on the MLS, you'll see a completely remodeled home, but the bathroom looks like straight out of a 1980s horror movie. Here's a local church, Believers Victory Church. Now, if you're from up north or you're not used to living in the tropics, you are going to be very impressed with the amount of flowers and foliage. We have flowers that bloom all year round. Our grass is green all year round. Now, that comes with, you need to make sure that you're maintaining your property all year round too. So keep that in mind. So you're gonna have to pay your pool guy or your lawn care maintenance and your pesticide guy. Whereas in Pennsylvania or up north where I grew up, you don't have to worry about a lot of that stuff. I mean, you gotta worry about the snow, which just sucks, but yeah, I would trade that snow for this sun any day of the week. Now you have the bright color homes too. Here, this is one of the cottages right here. And they have, let me back up. Let me show you what I see. They have signs on the outsides of these cottages. Right there, right in the middle of the screen, you can see it. Now each cottage has their own plaque. This one is an artist cottage, Key West style frame, vernacular, originally a doctor's winter home, must-see charming backyard seen from Gulf View Drive, current artist home as seen by the artistic touches throughout. See, these properties are really loved on. Even though this has wood siding and everything else, they're really, really loved on. A little bit more upkeep, but some people don't mind the upkeep. Some people enjoy that. Now, we're over here on 7th Avenue North. Now, straight down here, that is the entrance to the golf course. And again, we're on North Lakeside Drive, so you're walking distance to this golf course. There's some more artistic homes, some more updated homes. This is another thing I wanted to stop and show you. These are the Lake Worth Little Libraries. These are everywhere. Littlefreelibrary.org. You can go to their website. This town has really adopted these. I think there's over 100, 150 of these. There's some crazy number of them all throughout the city. And you have some truly amazing Spanish influenced architecture down here. Guys, if you're liking this drive-through and you're enjoying the Parrot Cove tour and you're looking to buy, sell, rent, or invest here in Palm Beach County or South Florida, shoot me a call. I'd love to help you guys out. This is what I do for a living. I'm just trying to make sure that you guys don't fly down here or drive down here and then not know where to go. Because that's no fun. Whenever you're driving through neighborhoods and you don't know where you are and it's not what you wanted and it's not what you thought, I'm gonna make sure I can minimize that risk for you guys, so when you fly down here and you're looking around, driving around for properties, you know where to start looking. Now, another detail about here is the Palm Beach Sheriff's Office, which we just passed one of their vehicles. These guys, originally, Lake Worth had its own police force, but they were a little too corrupt, and this was years and years and years and years ago. And so there's the picture of the golf course. So all of these properties, for the last couple blocks that we've driven by, if you buy one of these properties, you are directly on the golf course. And like I said, the closer to the golf course you get, the more money you get. And there's actually another little hidden area back where we were that I'm going to circle back around and go check it out. Well, like I was saying, the Palm Beach Sheriff's Office, they took over in Lake Worth. Lake Worth used to have a really bad reputation. We had the MS-13 gangs here, a bunch of other issues, high crime, statistically. And if you look at the stats now, because of the PBSO, the crimes and the statistics down here have but dropped off a cliff if you look at the stats in comparison to what they used to be. So Lake Worth is much, much safer than it ever has been. It doesn't deserve the reputation that it has. So here's the golf course. When you go to that golf course, you have to rent the golf cart. You can't just walk that course. But it is an 18-hole golf course. It has a sit-down dining area where you can meet other golfers. There's a ton of little tiny bed and breakfasts on the right side. You're looking at the left side, the east facing side, but on the west side, just because the camera's on the other side, there are a bunch of bread and breakfast if you decide to come down here and stay. Okay, so now I'll be making a turn, and that's called North Gulf View Road, the one that we were just on. Now, there is a Dollar General literally right here. Well, I'm back on Lucerne now. There's a Dollar General right there. You have some townhomes. Now, Lake Worth is kind of weird. It's broken up into two separate sides, right? So you have two separate sides of the downtown. You have Lucerne Avenue, and then you have Lake Avenue. You know, if you're going to be spending $500,000, and that's, you know, the price range that you're in over here, $500,000 and up. One of the homes over here just sold for $1 million, or a little bit over $1 million. Okay, so we're back on North Lakeside. This is the golf course that we saw. Now let me show you my favorite street in all of Lake Worth. It's a hidden gem, and if you come here, you got to check it out. You come up here to 12th Avenue North, right, and you go east. So if you're coming up Dixie Highway, you just go east. And this street is incredible. The architecture down here, if you're a walker, if you're a bike rider, if you have dogs, this street is one of the best streets in all of Lake Worth, hands down. This street is extremely special. All the homes on this street are backing up straight to the golf course. You're gonna have a lot of shade over here, which is really unique. You're gonna have the shade covering all parts of the road, which is very nice, especially if you're walking in Florida. The walkability over here is just crazy, including the summer, which is unique. Remember the church that we saw earlier? This is on the other side of it. That's where we are right now. You truly have some amazing, beautiful architecture of these houses. Even the driveways, the foliage, just has a very different feel to it than everywhere else. And there's the Lake Worth Beach Golf Club and the Beach Club restaurant. Another way to get to this neighborhood is to take Federal Highway North from downtown Lake Worth and make a right on 7th Avenue North. Go all the way down right before the golf course and make a left. It used to be called North O, but the city got all together and the people and the residents of North O and Parrot Cove got together and said, we want to be a named street because the named streets make more money, or they're worth more money, excuse me. Because of the way that Lake Worth is structured, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So they got to the city and they said, we want to be called North Ocean Breeze. So here we are on North Ocean Breeze. Now I want to drive slow enough that you guys can actually see these homes. I've seen other tours where they go so fast, they just blur right by. So I'm going a little bit slower. Just so you know, you can always watch this video at 1, 2, 1.25, 1.5, 1.75, or 2 times the speed to speed this tour up. Because I know I sometimes go a little slow. I got some of the neighbors looking at me wondering what I'm doing while I'm driving around here. But the ease to get to the beach and everywhere else is what I'm going to show you next. At the end of North Ocean, we're going to be driving to the ocean, and we can time how long it actually takes if you live in Parrot Cove to walk out of your house and get to the ocean. Because I mean, if you live down here, you're moving here for the weather. You're moving here because it's close to the ocean. You're not moving here because the Panera Bread has a different sandwich or the Starbucks has a special drink. They're the same everywhere. But what's different here is the lifestyle. What's different here is the color of the ocean. Like, if you haven't seen the color of the ocean in comparison to the north or even California, we have Caribbean waters here. That's that blue color where you feel like you're in paradise, because you are. Now, Lake Worth as a whole is extremely liberal. The community down here is very open. There's not a lot of judgment for any culture or any style of person down here in this town. It's a wonderful thing. This town is very, very, very different from everywhere else in Florida. The best way I've heard Lake Worth described is it's the last true beach town on the East Coast. Which I won't be going into the downtown video today, but I will be doing a downtown video this week. So if you see this video, that downtown video, go look for that downtown video, because it'll be the next one that I do. All right, we're at 2nd Avenue. Okay, and you do gotta watch for these one-ways. They have gotten a lot better about the one-ways just recently, literally like 2 weeks ago. They started painting new lines and putting in the wrong ways and all that good stuff. So it shouldn't be too much of a hassle, but okay, guys. So this is where the beach run goes. I have been driving super slow, but now I'm going to drive regular, and we're going to drive to the beach right now. This is at 33 minutes, or excuse me. So let's see. It's at 10:07 a.m. So let's see when we get there. I'm going to drive normal, the speed limit. Now you'll notice one thing in the southern and different parts of Lake Worth is they haven't taken care of the roads as well as they maybe should have, which would have been very nice. But they are slowly but surely getting that together. And you do have banks, you have everything right walking distance from Parrot Cove. Like, this is no joke. This is down, we're already downtown. Once you hit Lake Lucerne, you are here. You have arrived. So to give you a perspective where we're already at, here's the Dollar General right to my left, which is awesome in case you just need to grab a thing of sugar, you want to grab a snack for a movie. To my right, which you can't see on the camera right now, is Bryant Park. We are going over the Atlantic Intracoastal Waterway as we speak. Now to the left of us, which again, damn it, you can't see. You can see downtown West Palm Beach, and we also built a kayak launch with a bunch of man-made islands that you can kayak over there. It's one of the only ones in all of South Florida. Now to our left right here, where That's our farmer's market. You can see the sign for it. Yeah, right there where that sign is. Now we're over on A1A and we're at a stoplight. She just turned green. I think we left at what time? 10:06. It's 10:09 right now. One of the cool parts about being a resident of Lake Worth is we have our own little parking lot just for residents. You have a lot of people come into this beach from all over the county, but here is our parking lot right to the left. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. So we left at 10:06. I'm gonna pull in because I have my beach permit parking, and we're here. We're literally at the ocean, and what time is it now? 10:09. 3 minutes in real time, but this is me parking. Then you'd have to obviously walk to the beach, but let's go take a stroll around the beach. Let's go take a look. We'll do a quick drive-by, and I have one more road that I need to film. Okay, we're gonna slow roll this too. Hopefully we don't get anybody behind us who's mad. And here you are at the ocean. 3 minutes away. And we hit a traffic, and we hit a light, we hit traffic. There's some great restaurants over here. Viva La Playa, that's a new one. If you want, we have the Lake Worth t-shirt company over here for people that touristy stuff. Mamma Mia's Pizza over here. If you guys haven't tried it, you definitely should. Mamma Mia's Pizza is fire. It's delicious. I am gonna say you want to make sure you get it fresh though. You want to get it fresh. Non-fresh pizza, I don't care where you go, isn't good. And sometimes their pizza is not fresh, but if you get a fresh one, try that grandma's pizza because it's delicious. You're gonna have Benny's on the Beach over here, which is a world-class restaurant. They're known for their chefs and their food. The parking over here is no joke though. If you park here and they catch you, you're gonna get a ticket. They watch all the time. Out there is the Lake Worth Pier. It's $1 to go down there unless you eat at Benny's on the Beach. If you eat at Benny's on the Beach, they give you a free ticket to walk over there. Other than that, it's $1. There's some world-class fishing over there too. You see sharks in the water. And you get those crystal clear beaches, man. Those crystal clear beaches. Just gorgeous. And this right here is why people live here. I mean, it's Friday, 10:12 in the morning, and this place is packed. This is the number one reason people live here. Now, if you surf, you're not gonna get huge waves like you do on the West Coast. You're not gonna get any of that stuff over here. You get small waves, barely white tips, maybe 1 to 2 feet on typical days. Unless you get a hurricane that comes through here, then that's a different story. But the diving down here, the water in the beach is like bath water. Not kidding. And there's some really great beaches down here that are both on the intracoastal side and the ocean side. And why that's important is because the intracoastal is nice and calm. So if you have a family or you have kids, like especially small kids, you want your beach to have an intracoastal side. Singer Island, Boynton Beach Inlet, those are the beaches that are just awesome for families. You got one in Jupiter Inlet too. That's an amazing beach for families. And then you have the ocean side, which gives you the waves, it gives you the current, it gives you the fun, and you have some incredible diving over in the ocean as well. And there again is the golf course. The golf course is awesome. I played a couple holes there myself. You just want to make sure you go in the early morning. It's summertime right now. That's why, I mean, it's hot. When you don't have shade, it's hot in Florida. There is no, I make no bones about it. It is hot in Florida. But the good news is you do very little stuff outside. If you're running from, if you're going shopping or whatever, and if you're a lady, your hair will get destroyed down here, straight up. Ask anybody. If you're coming down here to straighten your hair before you go out, the humidity will destroy it. This Chevron right here, which is on the corner of Parrot Cove, has the best cafe con leche, which is Cuban coffee, in the world. You need to go into that place and get it. So this is the last street. This is the main street going right up Federal Highway here, and Parrot Cove is to our right. To our left is a completely separate neighborhood, but to our right is Parrot Cove. Now here on the main street, you're gonna find a lot of condos, a couple townhomes, and very few single family residences on the main stretch. But once you get into Parrot Cove, there's very few condos and very few townhomes. And this is one of the more popular townhomes down here. Parrot Cove townhomes, that's what you're seeing right here to the right. I can't go super slow on this road because this is a major road. Here we are approaching 7th. You just make a right here to go to the Lake Worth Golf Course, or that cool little neighborhood I was telling you guys about. And you have really easy access to 95 here. Anywhere east of 95, you're gonna have easy access to 95. You just come up here to 10th and you go left for 3/4 of a mile and you're at 95. Now, knowing which neighborhoods are right for you, especially down here in Lake Worth, it's always yeah.